What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Engineers Without Filters podcast, episode 19. I'm your host, Jacob Thompson, and tonight I am drinking...
Get that spike.
In the theme of this episode, Joseph, theme of the topic, a winter white ale.
All right. I'm Joseph, and I'm back at it with some more Miller High Life.
Big surprise.
I'm Gabe Toman, and I'm still on the Point Trails. IPAs will be a part of this story at some point, I'm sure. So stay tuned.
And I'm Dayton, and I'm drinking PBR.
There we go. Guys, we survived Winter Carnival. I'm just going to get right into the topic.
Wow.
Our last one.
I am still very tired.
Yikes.
I went to bed at 10 o'clock last night and got like 9.5 hours of sleep, and I'm still tired.
I went to bed at 10:30, but couldn't fall asleep until 12:30.
Oof, that's the worst.
This is the first night I went to bed sober in 5 days. My body was not ready for that.
Yeah, it's so easy to fall asleep.
For the listeners, we're recording this on the Monday after Winter Carnival, which, if you don't know, is a yearly tradition held here at Michigan Tech where we get half of a week off. So it's Wednesday night through Saturday/Sunday, where we just drink a lot.
That's
what it boils down to.
There are other activities that go on. There's snow sculptures that people build for like a month long. There's an all-nighter that Wednesday night where people can also build snow sculptures.
There's snowmobiling jumps.
Yeah.
There's free chili.
There's competitions. It's kind of like what do they call it? Like Snowco that other colleges do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of competitions, right?
It's like that, but basically all the tech students use it to get drunk.
Yeah, if you're not in like a frat or living like in the dorms or whatever, like part of a hall in your hall, or like halls will do.
Because they have like tournaments, so there's like a Winter Carnival Cup, so that involves like one year when we were in the dorms, we did curling, broom ball. There's snowboard and slalom races, ski races,
all kinds of just different. There's winter volleyball. I think they do winter rugby.
There's like a snowshoe race.
Long story short, there's a lot to do.
Yeah.
But we usually just
You have to be part of it. You have to be part of an organization to really do those.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's, I don't know, it's Michigan Tech's excuse to like kind of distract the students and like, hey, winter's not that bad, you know? Yeah. Even though it's, long as shit, there's so much snow, but...
They also use it to advertise their school and get a shit ton of people up here.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Mostly for the snow statues, but...
Take all our damn parking.
Yeah.
Don't even get us started on the parking situation.
I'm still upset about it.
Oh, God.
Anyway. I mean, none of us really lost spots. It was just more of something we had to be conscious of.
Dreaded traffic.
Also, most of us didn't drive very far.
Or at all, just because drinking and there's no point. But, so we survived. We're going to do a little recap of this year. Our final Winter Carnival, as tech students. So, Joseph, why don't you start us off? Wednesday night, the all-nighter.
Oh, Jesus.
What a night. So, we live on the opposite side of town from where campus is. So, it is a hike.
Still doesn't really mean much in terms of town.
It's only like a 25-minute walk.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
But in the cold.
It's not horrible, but... And it's a direct walk. Like, we're right off the main road.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
It wasn't plowed that well, though.
Yeah, but...
It was snowing a lot, but...
Yeah.
So we... I didn't even have class at all that day. The one class I would have had, the professor was sick and lost his voice, as I'm doing now.
Get a real major.
Wow. Okay.
Damn.
Hey, it's not my fault I came in here with a bunch of credits and now I don't have any classes to take this semester. But anyway.
It's your fault.
I mean, it is, but... Anyway. So, I started drinking at about 11:30 a.m., which for most people on Winter Carnival is pretty late.
Yeah.
You know?
That's fair.
People show up to classes on this day.
Yeah, people do shots at 8 a.m. and... It's easier when you're in the dorms and you just walk to class and walk back and take more shots, whatever. But it's called the all-nighter, not the all-dayer. But I still wanted to start in the morning because, as the saying goes, you can't be drinking all day if you don't start in the morning.
I don't know if it's a saying, it's your saying.
It's definitely a saying that I got from the one and only Dayton's dad. So...
Mr. Pax, baby.
Yeah.
You don't see me taking his advice.
It's a damn shame, too. So anyway, I started drinking a couple beers. I had a bottle of Honey Jack Daniels.
Yikes.
And that's what I had for the night. And we walked down to campus. And
Like 10.
Yeah, it was like 10:30. Yeah. We met up with some friends. What else?
Well, for like
watched some snowmobile trips.
For non-tech listeners, the all-nighter is there's the month-long statues, but there's also ones that people do in one night. So everybody essentially goes to campus and watches the people make the statues, and there's other things like they got the broom ball tournaments, but
there's people they have food, so like people giving out chili. There's a pancake buffet.
Usually people like just go drunk and then just walk around. That's
what we did.
What it does. Yeah.
And so we walked around campus for a long time.
Shout out to snowmobiles though. That was pretty cool.
That was really cool.
Yeah, these two guys.
It was cool for a little bit.
Yeah, after a while, it's like it's one jump.
Yeah, it started out pretty cool, but there's two guys with snowmobiles and they're just doing these massive jumps, flips and stuff going off the bike. I don't know what you call it, a bike. Sled. Sorry.
Wow.
Going off the sled, coming back on.
You're from Minnesota. You should know.
I don't care.
He's a city slicker.
Yeah.
That is true.
But yeah, they're getting some pretty sick air, but it was cool for a bit. And then we went to the dance floor.
Yeah, so they make these. They put these cabinet speakers into a snow sculpture, and they've got a dance floor and a DJ, quote unquote DJ.
The one that I was going hard to, he was actually very good and he was playing good music.
Yeah, he was sampling a lot of stuff, which I appreciated.
There was one though that was kind of.
The first guy was.
There's one that was pretty garbage. I just remember like a bunch of like voice lines for like shows and movies.
No, that was the good one.
What?
The second one, I like that.
Oh, well, okay.
There's the one who's just playing like bad songs and like that was about it.
But anyway.
2 hops this time.
After we were in there for a little bit, just a mosh pit started.
Yeah.
And things got a little crazy.
I hung out with some. Yeah, we were boxing people out. Some other friends met up with us. You guys left. I hung out with the other people for a while.
It was exhausting. Like being in the mosh pit for a while was just your entire body was just done, dude.
I thrive on that.
Dayton was pure chaos mode. Just knocking over people left.
No, I was not.
I mean,
I was protecting our family.
Yeah. Gabe, Max, and I left around midnight and walked to Jimmy John's. That was solid. Dude. So I remember I bought that number 2 sandwich, all right? And I was going to eat it, and I'm like, no. Tomorrow Jacob is going to appreciate this. So I brought it home, saved it for the next morning. Tasted so good, dude.
Tomorrow Jacob did appreciate it.
Dang right, dude. But yeah, Josie, we were out like all night. We were trying to track you. Well, you and Dayton were both gone until... Dave was gone until 2. You were gone until 3.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out where you were.
We're texting that group chat like, where you at? And he just didn't respond.
If anybody sees Joseph, make sure he's alive.
Yeah.
The thing is, whenever I start drinking, I have this weird habit of just putting my phone down and not touching it. So I just put it in my pocket.
It's probably a better habit than
it is until people were looking
until
for
we don't know where the hell you are.
Yeah. So I had no care of my phone. Like obviously I wanted to make sure it was on me and I didn't lose it. But yeah, I just threw it in my coat pocket, zipped it up, called it a night, and walked the 1.5 miles, 2 miles.
You both stumbled back.
1.5 miles.
Yeah, you stumbled back at some point. So
yep. Didn't get picked up by the cops, so that was good.
The cops during Winter Carnival are not arresting people. They're on damage control.
Yeah, they're not going to tell you. They're not going to take you in for being publicly intoxicated. They're going to tell you to dump your drink out,
or just don't be a dick.
Like, if you're like
they're going to say go home.
Yeah,
they might drive you home too if you're really bad. But.
Yeah. They're not going to put out the fire. They're going to contain you.
Yeah.
So that was the first night. That was Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday, I remember. Thursday morning, what did we do?
Thursday, me and Joseph and Josh went snowboarding.
Was that Thursday?
No, that was Friday.
Was that Friday?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Thursday's
the house party that we went to.
We went to
that was
a friend's house party.
I'm thinking like Thursday morning. Oh. Were you just all just like dead?
I remember I couldn't sleep in.
I had to go to work for a little bit, I think.
Oh, I was up at like 9.
Oh yeah, I had to work on some homework and stuff, which is dumb. You know?
Yeah, I remember having to do homework.
But yeah, so basically Thursday morning we were just like whatever, and then Thursday night
we just did nothing.
Yeah.
I feel like I played Skyrim.
Yeah, you probably played Skyrim, and I sat there hungover watching.
I do remember that actually. But yeah, then Thursday night I went to our friend's house party, which was that was a pretty good time. They were selling grilled cheese for $1 a piece. Dayton.
How many did each of you guys eat?
I had 0.
I also had 0.
I had 1.
I had 6. And that's not counting the grilled cheese that I had at the all-nighter.
Yikes.
I forgot about the grilled cheese I had at the all-nighter until right now.
That's so many grilled cheeses.
You know, I don't want to say like which house it is, but like I appreciate their commodities. You know, they were selling grilled cheese for $1. They were selling, cups of Widowmaker, like a cup for $5. They had a keg of Widowmaker, which is really good. They had Jello shots, 5 for $2, which is like, oof, that's a little dangerous.
Yeah.
But it was.
But at the same time, they were working the whole night. They didn't really get a whole lot of time to party.
Yeah, but they were on rotation. They have like 11 guys in that house, so.
Okay.
They're just switching out, but that was pretty fun. And then the next night was our party.
Well, the plan for Gabe and I was going to be we're going to go snowboarding at this ski hill Friday.
Yeah, it's like an hour out about. It's like 45 minutes.
And like it's this completely backcountry hill, so like they have chairlifts, but they don't groom it. There's hardly any ski patrol there. Like it's all tree runs. Like this is not a family friendly place.
You walk in and walk up and it says this is not for beginners.
Yeah,
like
experts only.
If you get hurt, it's on you.
Yeah, I think there's 2 blue runs, and like for reference for people who don't ski or snowboard, green is beginner, blue is intermediate, black diamonds are expert, and then it goes up to double black diamonds and triple black diamonds. And I think most of them are doubles and triples.
Yeah.
There are some singles and 2 or 3 blues. So like this is a very like intense, dangerous thing. Like I think I talked about it before because I talked about my knee.
His knee up there.
Yeah. So we're like perfect time.
Because we got dumped on that.
We got like a foot of snow that night.
Literally a foot of snow.
So
fresh pow, baby.
So we're like, this is the perfect time to go. Our friend's car got stuck because I keep my snowboard at a ski hill where I work. And so does he because he works there as well.
It's Josh.
Yeah, I don't know if Josh hasn't been on here, so I don't know. So
that's true.
Anyway,
we've talked about it before though.
So he was gonna go get the gear that evening, but his car got stuck. And not only did it get stuck, he ran out of gas. Twice.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he ran out of gas twice.
Like I don't know how you have your gas tank that low, man.
Josh.
Yeah.
If it's the winter and your gas is below a quarter for like more than a day, you got a problem because it fucks with your fuel lines. You gotta work a lot harder.
Yeah. I've heard that's not that much of an issue anymore.
Not anymore, but like my car's older. So.
No.
I don't think
because it's gas. Gas has less water in it now than it used to because of better processing.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Wait, so I can't remember now. Did you go to Boho that day?
No,
we didn't.
So then we go to Ripley, ski hill that we work at, and we're talking to some people, and they were pissed, and we're like, "What are you so mad about?" I was like, "We drove up to Boho. We get there, find out they're closed because of the wind."
It was windy that day.
So it was so windy that there are concerns about people on the lift, and I guess it was really bad up at the top of the hill. So they shut down. So people drove about an hour up and an hour back for nothing in shit roads.
Yeah.
So we were like, wow, good thing he ran out of gas because dodged a bullet on that one.
Honestly.
When we get to fast forward our party then?
Yeah.
Well, before that, we gotta give a shout out to Max's dad who showed up that day.
T-Racy.
He showed up on Friday.
Yeah, this is Friday.
Yeah, okay.
So Max's dad, T-Racy, shows up, alright? And we don't really know him, alright? We've heard about him.
I've met him before. I think Joseph.
Nope.
Alan has one. Well, because
Alan knows him.
Yeah.
The only reason I know him is because when I was over there for like a hockey game.
Okay.
I remember that for the GLI.
Yeah, you met him too, didn't you?
Yeah, I just forgot what he looked like.
Yeah.
That was what, 3-4 years ago?
Yeah,
I think it was 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
They're in a freshman year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys went? So yeah.
Well, I don't know about you guys. Whenever a parent comes to the house that I've met before, I try to get a read on. Like, what's their vibe gonna be? Mm-hmm. Max's dad shows up. First thing they do, go to the liquor store, buy us a handle of Jaeger, and you're like, all right.
It was a fifth of Jaeger.
And he hands me a hop slam.
Yeah.
It was like
so this guy.
So
good
we're like,
start.
Okay, I like this guy.
Yeah. Good start.
So we're getting around to we're prepping for our party. We get a text from our friends who had the house party the night before. They're like, hey, so we were selling Jello shots last night. We got a lot left. You guys want them? And we're like, yeah, we do. All right. So we basically bought 110 Jello shots for $40. We'll come back to that later. Right again, right before the party.
That's in chapter 2.
I've decided I'm gonna go to Jimmy John's quick, and because I would buy a sandwich that I could eat later that night. Because drunk Jacob gets hungry. All right, so I need my sandwich for later. So I walk down to Jimmy John's, and Gabe asks, "Why don't you get it delivered?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just want to go for a walk. All right, I just feel like walking down there. It's fine." I walk down to Jimmy John's, and I'm rewarded for my efforts, Gabe. All right. Joseph had asked
fruit
me,
of your labor.
Joseph asked me to get him some day-old bread for his midnight snack. I'm like, whatever. So I order my sandwich. I'm like, okay, I need some day-old bread. Like, all right. Do you want like more than one though? We have like a lot. You have like 2 loaves. We'll give one for free. I'm like, I don't need 2. Like, there's more to carry. They're like, yeah, we get it. Like, yeah, but we have a lot though. We have like a whole garbage bag full of day-old bread. I'm like, wait. You have a garbage bag full of day-old bread? They're like, yeah. I'm like, can I have it? And they're like, you sure? I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm holding a party tonight. People are going to love that. They're like, all right. So they give me this garbage bag full of day-old bread loaves from Jimmy John's. And I haul this thing back home. And it was not light. Haul it all the way back home, pop it on the table, and it's going to be a good party. So we had bread. The party started, whatever.
Jello shots, too.
Jello shots show up about an hour and a half in.
Yeah.
I said 110 Jello shots. They were gone in 5 minutes. I walked them around the house twice, and they were gone. People were just hoarding these things. It was hilarious.
People like
just shoving them in their pockets.
Yeah, I was gonna say they were grabbing them and putting them in their pockets and like all sorts of shit.
Yeah. And at this point, Gabe, how was your night going?
So you know how I talked about IPAs? So Patty came up and it was last weekend we celebrated our 2-year anniversary because we started dating in Winter Carnival. And next week is Valentine's Day. We don't fuck with that shit. So it's dumb. So she got me a growler of an IPA I like in Marquette. And I'm finishing that in one fucking night. And it's only 4. It's like 4 pints.
And they're not good the next day. So
right.
you really
you have to do it like in one.
To be clear though, it's 4 pints of an IPA, so that's probably like...
It was 8% beer. So it was basically... And that's... So 4 is 1.5 beers.
8 standard drinks. No, it's more than that.
They're like 1.5.
Yeah.
So it was like 10 or 11 normal drinks.
Jeez.
And this shit is good beer. So it goes down really fucking easy. So to start out the party, we did a couple Jaeger bombs, which I don't normally do a lot of shots, but I was like, it's Winter Carnival. I'm gonna do some fucking Jaeger bombs.
When in Rome,
yeah. So I did 2 of those, and then I started drinking the beer, and I drank it pretty quickly, as in within an hour I finished the whole growler.
Oh man.
Pretty quickly I realized I was not feeling good. So it was probably only 12:30 at this point, tops.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, we gotta puke. So I went up into my room to just change clothes or something. I forgot why I even walked upstairs. But I immediately I was like, I gotta puke. And Patty walks up to check up on me, and she hands me a garbage bag. I fucking miss, and I'm like, it's on the floor.
I didn't know you missed.
Yeah, that's why. So then I'm like, oh, I should go to the bathroom. And then my dumbass mind at the time was like, I just puked on my pants.
Yeah.
I need to take off my clothes. So
that's what I ran into. You're walking out of the bathroom without your clothes on. You're like, I'm puking, and I'm like, ooh, it's not good.
So Patty housed me in the bathroom, and I turned in the shower, and I was like, toilet isn't good enough for this. I need to get in the shower. So I just run the water and I just lean my head over and I fucking puked 5 times, completely naked. And I just remember only saying, I'm the worst, I'm so sorry, Patty. And she's like, no, you're not. I'm like, yes, I fucking am. And I'm just being a little bitch. And it was bad. So then I went to bed. And I was a little hungover in the morning. I was very hungover the next morning. So I didn't even get to experience the whole party.
So back at the party then.
Yeah. So that
Gabe is dead. Right.
Declared dead.
And when Gabe started to die is about when the rest of the shenanigans started to ensue, I would say.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, also, just shout out to T. Racy. He was just up and at him at that party the entire time, till 2 a.m. Just standing behind the bar, just have a smile on his face talking to people. What a guy. Now, Joseph, I don't even know what happened to you, honestly.
I danced the entire time.
Okay, so you weren't helping at all.
The entire time. There was one point where someone's like, hey, Gabe is dying, or something along those lines. And I was like, okay, I'll go find Gabe. So I go upstairs. Well, I checked the first floor bathroom. Mm-hmm. No one in there because...
That's the main bathroom.
Yeah, so like during a party, people in this house try not to puke there because like...
Yeah, we use the second floor one.
Yeah. And so I go up to the second floor, and I knock on the door. Or there's some people outside. I'm like, hey, do you guys know who's in here? And they're like, oh, it's this girl. And I was like, okay, I heard it was someone else, but whatever, they probably know. So I go up to the third floor bathroom, and I'm like, hey, do you guys know who's in here? And they're like, some guy. And I'm like, oh, perfect, it's Gabe. So I just walk in, right? And I look, and it's one of our friends just pissing. And I was like, you're not Gabe. And he's like, no, I'm not. Like, have fun. And I just left. And so then I go back downstairs to the second floor, and I'm like, who is in here? And they're like, it's this girl. And I was like, Gabe is dead. I don't know where he went.
In a snowbank.
Like, I have no idea where he is. But it's not my problem anymore. And that was like the most damage control I did that night.
I appreciate the determination to look for my corpse.
I figured it's someone. You got Patty, like
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. So then the rest
Patty
of the party.
Like 4.
The rest of the party was mostly me, Dayton, and Max doing damage control on people at the party. So like one of our friends was just belligerently drunk, just smashing into people. Would not talk to her friends to get out of the party, just the whole thing. We eventually got her out for like way too long, but she was just belligerently drunk. We had a wine bottle break on one of our radiators. We had a potentially creepy guy with this girl who we later found out might have been her boyfriend. It was weird. We had... What else happened?
People messing with the music.
People listening to music. We had to get one of Patty's friends a place to sleep, so figuring that out. It was just a lot going on.
Typical party shenanigans.
Well, I would say typical. I think it was more than usual. I don't know. We had to deal with a lot of stuff that night.
I don't know. Anything's 90s themed in this house just doesn't go that well.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was fun, but like the second half was just a lot of running around and it wasn't as fun. But
right.
Overall, it was a pretty good party. We got some good reviews from people afterwards. So
I did not have fun.
Yeah, I know. And then Saturday.
Oof.
Now
that was my highlight.
Joseph, what did you wake up to on Saturday? What did you wake up to the smell of?
What did I wake up
in the kitchen from T. Racy?
From chili, dude.
Oh yeah.
I was leading you so far, Joseph.
I was leaning into
it. Forgot. So I come downstairs hungover, just like dying because I was up. I was a trooper, right? Waited till the lights came on and like, oh, okay, yeah, it's late. We should like get people out. So I kind of helped, shoo people out, clean up a little bit. So then go to sleep, and I can't sleep in anymore. Like I got up at like 9:30, like that was pretty late, and just exhausted. And I was like, I'm gonna go downstairs. I need a bagel. Like I need something light just to tide me over, and a tall glass of water. So I go downstairs and I'm like, what is this heavenly smell? And I come downstairs to see good old T. Racy standing over the stove with 2 pots of chili. And I'm like, what is that? I am ecstatic. He goes, I'm making you guys some food. And I was like, you are the man. You are heaven on earth. Like, thank you so much.
It was so good.
I craved that shit. There was... Okay.
And he was also up as late as you guys, right?
Yeah.
So he just got up early and started fucking making chili. Like, it's nothing.
He was the G, man.
So, I thought about that chili all day, except for when I was already eating the chili. And then after that, I finished it and like, I want more of that chili. Like, I just can't wait till the next time that I get to eat this chili. It was a good day.
Well, then we had to go play broom ball.
Yeah, so then we played...
Have we explained what broom ball is yet?
No.
It's like hockey, but instead of skates, we're just wearing shoes.
And you have brooms instead of sticks.
Yeah.
Duct tape.
Homemade brooms.
Yeah.
And a big rubber... I say a big rubber... A good sized rubber ball, probably like, what?
It's like a size 1 soccer ball.
I don't... I don't know, like a 1-inch or 4-inch diameter ball, maybe. Are you good, Dave?
It's just been zoned out.
What are you thinking about there?
I don't know.
So,
they explain broom ball to the kids.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good explanation.
Okay.
I say was listening.
So a rubber ball, but it's outside. The ice condition, they don't Zamboni it. Yeah. The conditions are whatever Mother Nature decides.
Sometimes it's really snowy, sometimes,
yeah, sometimes there's like actually grip on it.
Other times it's literally you running on ice.
You just sheer ice, and that's when it's the most fun.
Yeah, sure.
And so we got signed up for this alumni tournament. So they have a tournament between current teams and then past teams that decide they can come up.
Are like the best teams.
Yeah, it's usually the best teams, and sometimes there's some old guys that come back for the hell of it.
Yeah.
And, so it's a fun thing. They televise the final game. I think all of them are on the live stream anyway.
But we were on TV?
Yeah, we were on TV.
Oh, snap. I didn't know that.
Well, it was Facebook live stream, was it?
Or
was it actually on
I
TV?
think it was actually on TV for the final game.
Oh, wow. Everyone watches it.
Because those...
I don't want to spoil it.
Well, I mean, I already spoiled it, but...
Because those other... the other games that were played didn't have those cameras.
Right.
Yeah.
So we had to play... we didn't have to. So it was single elimination. And the games are a little bit shorter, but reminder, we're all hungover as fuck. I literally died the night before.
Granted, they are as well.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So we were all playing, and the first game we win in a shootout. It was very close.
It was tense, man.
We really should have won that damn thing earlier.
There
was a point where me and a couple other teammates were just up there for 2 minutes hammering them, and the goalie
was so good.
Second game, we just completely killed them, really.
Yeah, it was like 5-1?
5-1, 5-0. I don't know.
2, I think, but yeah, we creamed them.
Yeah.
So then...
And those were back-to-back, immediate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We walked off the ice after the shootout and immediately went to the
next one.
After, Gabe and Dayton had just played overtime.
Yeah.
For, what was it, 5
I
minutes
played
straight.
the whole 5-minute thing.
Yeah. You guys all did.
Me and Jared and John are, the big offensive line, and we were just trying to... get it done.
But you guys, no one subbed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of feel bad about that.
No, we did. Well, we didn't. Well, we would have let you sub. We're not good enough to be on the ice. The power squad was on the ice, and they were staying on the ice.
The power line.
I don't care how tired you guys were gonna get. We were not going on the ice.
Yeah. So I don't want to say that. No, I can't say that. That's too cocky. I was just gonna say no. Never mind.
Anyway,
check your ego at the door. Go.
I am. I'm not saying anything.
But yeah, so then we had her come back for the championship game later, and we were playing against Pirate Sheep,
which is a household name here at Tech.
Yeah,
as one of the best, broom ball teams.
They're the club hockey team. It's kind of like a legacy thing. It's a big deal. They've always won
everything.
They're essentially a dynasty of a team. They're all really good hockey players, and so it's just clean passes. They know exactly where to be positioning everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we got killed that game.
Yeah, but it was fun. I mean, Gabe got a goal.
Yeah,
the only goal
I scored against the best broom ball team, arguably.
Yeah.
So I was very happy with that.
Yeah.
And we got medals for second place.
That was cool. We got pictures taken.
We got some cool pictures.
Yeah, it was fun. They were really nice too.
Yeah, it was by the end of the game. They slowed down because it was 8-1. Yeah. So they started trying to get goals with their head.
Yeah, headbutting it, and they weren't cocky about it. They're making jokes with us, and we're fun guys.
They gave me a high five when I scored.
Yeah,
well, they're really good.
We didn't describe what our team is.
Yeah, so the best part about us is our team name, arguably, because it perfectly describes us.
Literally.
So our team name is the guys in tropical shirts playing music.
2019.
Because we wear tropical t-shirts as our uniforms, and we have a Bluetooth speaker that plays music.
Pretty loud. It's
a big speaker.
Yeah.
And usually we play steel drum reggae music, but when we
pretend it's not cold.
Yeah. And when we need a kick in the pants, we'll play some hair metal.
Come on, feel the noise.
Yeah, type music. But it's usually pretty fun, and because otherwise it's like silent unless you have people cheering for you. So it makes the game way more fun.
I can't imagine playing Broom Ball without music.
Oh, I know. The speaker like died during one of the games, and it was like, is this how people normally play this sport?
Yeah, it was
like
wow, quiet. It was so weird.
And like it was nice too because for the championship game, there's a crowd there. Like this is an event people come to watch. Like it wasn't packed, but there were people.
It's one of the most busy Broom Ball games.
Other than during the all-nighter.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's it was like 3:00, so like there's families out and around and like just people watching Broom Ball. And so it was fun to like play music and like no one was like upset about how the game ended up. Like we were all just having a blast.
Yeah. I mean, nobody expected us to win. Yeah. We certainly didn't.
Yeah.
Nah.
So no, it was a fun
We were surprised when Gabe got the one goal. Like,
yeah.
Not because it was Gabe, just because we got a goal.
Yeah,
you know?
that was insane. Because like the team before was also like, their name's Arctic Angus. They're also very popular. Yeah. They didn't score anything against them that game.
Yeah.
Their last game. So.
Yeah, they were like the number 2 team.
Right.
You know.
And it was 6-0. So getting at least something on them was really good.
Yeah. So now you'd think, it's kind of the last day of Winter Carnival. It's Saturday. We don't want to kind of relax, we take the night off, watch a movie.
We just played 3 games of Broom Ball.
Yeah, and we're tired.
Which is really tired. Like, it doesn't sound like it make you tired, but
the thing is
you're running on ice.
Yeah,
you're trying to move on a thing that doesn't want you to move.
Yeah, so it's a lot of falling and getting up and sliding and trying to run places.
And, Dayton and I, we relaxed on Saturday night. We just chilled out because that's what we were supposed to
Tracy peer pressured me, okay?
Okay. Tracy, my man. So him and Max are like, hey, we want to go to the KBC. He's up here at Tech. He hadn't been to the KBC. It's kind of like, it's a fun brewery to go to, locally made beer. How can you say no? And so he's like, hey, we're just going to go for a little bit.
Famous last words.
Oh yeah. Why don't you come with us? Like, come on. And I'm like, all right. Like, I'll buy a beer and then head back. There's one beer that they have that's pretty good.
That I wanted to try it.
Yeah.
This is also the night after I puked. To be clear.
Yes.
And I went out anyways because I'm an idiot.
And I was up until 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And so we're like, we just want a beer and then we're gonna go watch a movie. Like. Yeah. And we'll come back. So we get there, and so I order my beer, and I pull my money out. And Tracy's like, no, I'm buying these. And I was like, oh, you're getting the first round. Okay, how kind of you. Yeah. So we get a beer, and we're drinking, we're hanging out, and one of our friends is there, and we're talking to them, and, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then we all finish our beers, and we kind of look around, and we're like,
we could have another.
We're already out here, So I pull out my money again, and he's like, no, like, I'm buying the drinks tonight. And I'm like, oh, you're buying all the drinks tonight.
Well, and Patty tried to, buy my beer and her beer, behind his back. And he's like, no, this is for, I'm paying for all of these.
Yeah, he, looked at the bartender and said, don't take her card. Yeah. Give that back to her.
So he just bought us 3 drinks.
And not only did he buy us drinks, so we're the bar has a chain.
Yeah, just so customers don't get too close to the bar.
Yeah, so that the bartender can get all the bar.
It was fucking packed that night.
Exactly. So and the hook on it is a pain, I guess. It's a carabiner.
Chain, yeah.
And I guess I must be rusted or something. So it's just a kind of a pain to hook and unhook. So he was opening the chain for the bartenders as they were going in and out.
And they're carrying a bunch of cups.
And they're carrying cups, and
and they were having troubles with it. Too.
Yeah, and damage controlling other stuff because it's a bar and people are drunk. And it was so after an hour or so, one of the bartenders walks up and so they do this thing where you can buy a poker chip with the KBC logo on it for the price of a beer, and then you can use that to pay for a beer. So that what I'd use it for is I'll buy 3 of them and then I'll only drink those 3 so that I'm not,
It's also really nice if you just want to close your tab out at the beginning.
Yeah.
Just buy 3 chips.
Or as gifts,
Yeah,
and I got a bunch for my birthday.
Exactly. It's a real convenient. So then it's not I have to be there with you. I can say, here's the beer I bought you. So anyway, so the bartender comes up and hands him 5 of these and says, thank you so much. You've been a help.
So it's 5 free beers.
Yeah, so we just got 5 free beers right there.
Okay, beers are only $3 here, but that's still $15.
Yeah. So then, 20 minutes later?
Yep.
Another bartender comes over and hands him 3 more and says, "Thank you so much." And we're all like, holy shit, we just got
$24 of beer.
8 free beers.
Yeah.
And Tracy's leaving tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's not going to use these.
Yeah.
So he looked at it and goes, "Oh no, these are going straight to Max, to my son."
Yeah.
Whatever. So then the bartenders are they're talking. He's like, "Oh yeah, I already gave him some chips." And the other one's like, "Oh, I already gave him some chips." And he goes, "Yeah, that one gave me more. Are you gonna, you gonna make it even or what?" And just kind of shooting the shit with them. But then we're like, "All right, 3 beers, that's enough. I'm done. I need to go home."
Let's go to the club.
So then we come home.
Right, you came home for a while.
Yeah, we came home for a while, and Josh is home with some of his friends that go to Northern. And they're drinking. And I'm like, oh God, I already knew this was bad news. And they're like, "You guys want to go out to the club with us? We're going, to the Continental." And I'm like, I really shouldn't.
Yeah.
And Tracy's like,
let's fucking go.
Let's go. He's like, "But let's do some more Jaeger bombs first." So
God,
I think I did 3 Jaeger bombs and a shot of vodka afterwards, because one of the
was that fucking Smirnoff?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that they left. They brought a bottle of Smirnoff for me. I had a shot of that, and then I ran to the club because it's short. We all went and I ran because you guys were being lame.
You were just being drunk.
Yeah, I was very drunk. And it's only a block away.
Yeah, it's
2 blocks away.
2 blocks.
So I was the last person to get in before the
it hit capacity.
And I didn't realize
and
that.
And the club literally never gets busy ever, except this
there's a couple nights a year,
but not that busy.
And I was like, "Oh, they were right behind me. They'll be in quick." I don't think I saw you guys for half an hour.
It was 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And it took me 20 minutes to get a fucking beer.
Yeah. So then you guys left, and I met up with some friends there. So I stayed there all night.
I'll never get that hour of my life back.
Yeah.
For fucking 1 Locals Light. Not fucking worth it.
Yeah, you guys were basically just out all night.
Yeah, and then we went to the dog. Me and Patty went to the dog after, and then we met up with Tracy again. And he was drinking some top shelf whiskey or something like that.
Yeah, that's what Josh said it was.
He gave Josh some super strong drink, and then Josh comes home and he is just comatose the rest of the night, dude. He's just out.
Yeah,
man,
he was a fucking trooper. He told us some really cool stories too.
Yeah, it was really fun talking to Tracy. But yeah, when we got back, I was in Josh's room because his friends were up, and I was talking to them. Mm-hmm. And Josh is laying on his bed, fully clothed, straight-legged, straight-armed on his back. He was not moving. We called his name out, and I think the most I got from him was a thumbs up.
That's really common with Josh when he gets this drunk, though.
Yeah.
He just it's not like he's dangerously sick. It's not like we're being terrible friends.
He just gets so tired.
He just shuts down and gets so tired. He just sleeps.
Yeah.
And he'll hear us. He just
doesn't. Yeah. And he'll say, "No, I heard all of your conversation. I just had no motivation to react."
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, me and Dave were just at home, we're trying to relax. And it's what the hell are you guys doing? You guys being so loud.
Yeah,
trying to sleep.
I think I went to bed at 3 a.m. again.
Well, I went to bed at 3 a.m. because I came out because you guys were all talking in here, so I hung out for a little bit.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And then Sunday we died. We were just doing that. Oh, we had to do homework, but just chilling and cleaning.
So tired. Well, we had another broomball game Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dayton laid somebody out in that broomball game.
Dude, he was messing with me. He deserved it.
Yeah.
It's funny because I'm not that big of a guy, and there's Dayton, which is just naturally a bigger guy than me. So every now and then I just I complain. It happens. And sometimes people get really physical because sometimes I'm just better than them, and it pisses them off. So they're just trying to be physical with me. So I was just complaining at halftime this guy fucking sucks. He's just pure testosterone. And then Dave's which guy is it? And he's targeting him it's that guy with that broom and that shirt. He's I got you covered, buddy. And just laid this fucker out. But it was completely legal. Like,
yeah, it was all ball.
It was all ball. That guy was so upset. He like slammed his broom on the ground and like just frowned at him.
Huffed like a bull. He was like,
and made a face.
Oh, it was hilarious. But yeah, that was a nice relaxing game because we just creamed them and we didn't have to worry about it at all.
No. Well, but the second half, we were trying to get everybody who hadn't made a goal that season like a goal. That's all we did the whole second half.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, too, they were down a man the whole game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they were.
So they only had 4 guys on the ice.
Yeah, which doesn't help. But one of our teammates was trying to score so bad. He probably had 6 pretty good looks and shots on goal, and just it was not happening.
Yeah.
Poor guy. But
yeah, we spent probably 10 of the 15 minutes on it.
Yeah.
It was funny. They would see the one guy go up with the ball, and they would start guarding the guy who we were trying to get the ball to, and they would just post up on him because it's like we know this. They knew he wasn't gonna shoot the ball,
right?
So they would just post up on him, and
oh well.
But yeah,
we still killed them.
Yeah.
So that was our senior carnival. It was long, man. I was happy it's over. Honestly, like going to bed at like 3 a.m. every single night is just brutal.
Yeah, you think like, oh, you got all this extra vacation time, you'll catch up on sleep, like party, but it's the complete opposite. Like my body is always so exhausted by the end of it.
Yeah. And
like I'm still recovering now. Like I said, I slept for 9 hours and I'm still fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
And we have hockey tonight in like 2 hours, like an intramural hockey game.
And I couldn't even sleep at all last night. Yeah. I laid in bed for like an hour and a half, just unable to sleep.
Well, let's take a little jump back in time. We were going to talk about life on and off campus, but I think we should talk about old winter carnivals. Let's keep this up winter carnival episode because it's definitely changed for us over the years.
Oh yeah.
I can't really remember much of the last winter carnivals.
What about? Do you remember your first one at all?
Yeah, I remember because like I was in the dorms. Well, we were all in the dorms.
Mm-hmm.
But our dorm was right by that snow sculpture that Joseph was explaining that has the speakers. So they play it really fucking loud because they want people to dance, but they play it till like 2:30 or whatever, 2:30.
Yep. So
I remember that sucking. I remember walking around and like our hall tried to do a statue, and that year they tried to make an apple and it just looked awful.
Yeah, I don't remember what the theme was, but it was a pun.
Yeah.
It was apple pie, and they engraved like the pie symbol.
Yeah. I remember being because at the time I was 18.
Yeah.
Not super happy about the the cops were a lot scarier.
Yeah.
Even though you're still not supposed to be publicly intoxicated. You're not supposed to be belligerent.
There's one thing of being underage publicly intoxicated and of age publicly intoxicated.
Right.
Yeah.
Very different.
Did you guys drink your first year?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you drink your first year?
No, he didn't.
My first year was lame as shit. I just hung out in the DHH lounge and played cards. My friends for most. We went out to the all-nighter and just walked around, but then that was pretty much it. And then the rest of the carnival, I don't even know what I did. I mean, I didn't drink at all, so like I was probably just like in my room just doing dumb stuff, playing video games probably.
I think I only drank like 2 nights of it.
Maybe I did it my first year.
Because I didn't drink a whole lot.
I think I might not have my first year.
Because it was one thing too where the RAs would talk to you at the door. They were like posted up at all the doors.
Every single even like the back entrances they had every RA had to work all night that night.
Yeah, so like you couldn't come in belligerent or leave belligerent. So like you had to like be smart about it and drink a little bit, go out quick before like really hit you, and then as you're coming down, go back in that you're like.
Yeah, actually, the more I think about it, I didn't drink at all the first one.
I think it was mostly Josh.
Josh was the one that did because I remember him doing it, but I know I didn't because I was too worried about
him and his friends.
Because our RA didn't give a shit, but all the other ones did, so I was just too nervous about it.
Yeah, and there's other RAs like walking around the building, and it was
oppressive.
Yeah. Well, I'm rightly
a warrior.
So. Yeah, I'm a warrior.
So so was I. That's why I didn't drink.
I didn't mess with that at all. Actually, it was later winter carnivals.
Yeah, and then we didn't really. I feel like we did some other activities. Did you guys do curling? I remember
that was
we tried to do. I know first year our RA tried to, and I know I didn't go. I don't remember why.
The second one, it was second year because.
No, I know we did second year, but I think John tried to our first year.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
And I think only my roommate wanted to, maybe a couple other people, and so I don't think we ended up doing
honestly, I remember it being kind of fun for like the first couple times, and then we started throwing the game because if we won that one, we had to play like 2 more or something like that. Yeah. And we just kind of all looked at each other like, this is throwing a rock on ice.
Like, it's fun, but I can do other things.
Yeah. This is dumb as shit. And like, sweeping, I don't want to sweep for fun.
Yeah. It's a fun experience to do, and
it was cool to try.
I can see the fun in it, but I just wasn't committed to it.
And there's definitely a lot of strategy. Like, we just refuse to. I mean, there is a lot. It's like baseball. There's a lot of strategy, but it's just like you have to understand it. And it's a lot of work.
Yeah. I just realized I totally skipped second year Winter Carnival because I was going to New Zealand second semester, so I just didn't come up for Winter Carnival.
Oh, that's right.
So I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't start to go to New Zealand until like after.
Yeah, I could have came up, but I didn't.
Yeah, because you didn't play broomball that year.
No, which sucks. That's why I'm so bad now.
Yeah.
I missed a year.
I mean, Dayton missed a year.
I missed a year.
Dayton played half of last year.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You was hitting those clappers from the back row.
Mm-hmm. I was hitting those clappers.
Yeah. Last year was fun though. We stayed out at a friend's house near campus during the all-nighter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then we got a.
Joseph just walked around with a bottle of Jack. I mean, you did it this year too, but
no, last year.
Or you didn't walk around with it, but you would like chug it and then go out.
Yeah, it was Jameson. I drank Irish whiskey that I had that year. That was a fun night, and I remember too because I had a Sharpie, so every once in a while I'd look at the clock and mark the level of the bottle, and write the time, so you could see the progression where like it started off with like huge pulls, and it slowly got to be less and less as the night went on.
Jesus.
Your friend came up and brought the cutest dog ever.
Oh yeah, my friend from high school. He's like 4-month-old like white golden retriever puppy.
I think it's so fucking adorable.
He was so fluffy, and he's like aggressively nice. Yeah. So he wants to be pet. He wants to be cuddled, and he'll get up in your face about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a great, like, you just scoop him up and he'll melt in your arms. Like, just a great dog. Yeah. Other than he shat in my room. Pissed on my bed twice. I was a little upset about that. But other than that, great dog. Like, I remember one of the last days he was up here, we put him in a backpack and, like, zipped it up. So he was just, like, sitting just in this backpack. Head. Yeah, just this floating head, and like, of course, everyone's like, "Oh my god, like so adorable!" And that was a great time.
Yeah, I feel like we stayed inside for most of Winter Carnival last year though, because we were talking about the other day. Joseph was like, "I can't remember what parties we went to."
Well, we had one here.
Did we have one?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had the barrel.
Oh yeah, Dayton.
We had a Dayton going away party because he was going to New Zealand.
Yep. Okay, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
So we had that.
The second Winter Carnival.
I died in that. Oh my god.
Yeah, you didn't remember anything.
I blacked out.
You didn't remember saying goodbye to Dayton?
No, because he didn't leave till the next day.
I'm just messing with you.
But yeah,
we had a pickaxe, didn't we?
Yeah, we had
that was tasty, man.
We had a
Is that the one pickaxe that was in our bathroom for a while?
Yeah.
Oh, and Max's mom and his sister were here.
Oh yeah.
And they made a beer bread.
Yeah,
oh yeah, that was so good.
We played them in beer pong.
The best, is that video we have of Max's mom just like staring at the camera while they're playing beer pong. It's good stuff.
Dude, Max's parents show up.
Well, then his mom made chili too. I'm telling you, whenever Max's parents show up, chili appears.
Yeah,
it's delicious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my first or second Winter Carnival, I mentioned before. That's when me and Patty first started dating. And I remember that being really weird because I had also a friend from high school come up. So I had him come up, and then I had her come up. And this was in the dorm, so like there's no fucking space. Like we have a futon and then 2 beds, and like also our group is a lot when you're new. Like we all kind of have our own inside jokes that are constantly changing. We have we're just a lot together. Like individually, we can be calm, but like we're all in one fucking place. We go everywhere. So I remember that being super weird.
I will say this year, I think I was getting kind of sick of being around you guys so much. I was getting shitty. I don't know. I was being just shitty on Sunday. I felt like I was. So. I don't know. I was just like, feel like we were hanging out way too much. We were just getting tired of each other because we were just doing everything.
But. Yeah, there was a couple. I was like, ooh, I was getting grumpy. Sunday, I remember looked at. Well, that was yesterday. I looked at Joseph. I'm like, I can feel myself getting grumpy. Like, Patty wasn't doing anything wrong. I was just upset. And it's just like, I was so tired. I had no sleep. Like,
well, yeah, and too, because your room, Jacob, is on the first floor. So if people are here, like, you're not going to bed.
I know. I can hear everything on the first floor because the doors here are so old.
You literally have the worst room in the house.
Yeah, it sucks. So yeah, I can't sleep until everybody on the first floor has like gone to bed. Because I can just.
Or at least gone upstairs.
Yeah, gone upstairs.
Sucks to be you.
Yeah, that was kind of shitty. I somehow fell asleep though. Never mind. I thought I fell asleep before the party ended because I was wearing headphones, but I was just drunk, I think. I don't know. I did the classic Jacob Lins Joe podcast until he falls asleep while he's drunk. That was solid.
I just roll in bed. I remember, like...
I can't hear anything that's going on in my room because I'm on the third floor. It's amazing.
Like, my normal, like, relaxing thing would either be, like, to try and... Well, like, I just started reading, like, trying the reading thing. Yeah. Doing that drunk sucks, because especially, like, spinning, you're like, I can't read this.
Do it.
And two is video games, and, like, I like to play a lot of shooters.
Wait, you've tried playing video games, like, drunk before going to bed?
Well, I'll do it, like... So I'll, like, drink during the night. If it's just, like, you know, Friday night by myself, I'll just, like, drink and then, like, get drunk. But, like, yeah, I can feel myself getting, like, a little bit better, because, like, I'm more relaxed, and, like, I like better decisions.
And then it drops off real quick.
And then it just, like, spike, because you're, like, you know, your muscles and everything are just so slow, and you're just, like, doing dumb shit. Like, Rocket League drunk, those are the fucking days.
I could never... If I was, like, spinning, there's no way I could play video games without vomiting.
Oh, spinning,
well, no,
something else.
Yeah,
no, well, way before that.
Yeah. It's still hard to do, especially when you're playing those twitchy games. Even I remember I played, like, Fire Emblem on my 3DS. And I get drunk and I start making like dumb decisions. Like, why did I go here? Like, why did I fight this guy?
You don't have impulse control, so you're like, this seems good.
Yeah,
oh,
this is great. I'm gonna fuck him up, and then you just get destroyed.
Yeah. What do you guys think about kind of Winter Carnival as a tradition at Tech, like as a whole? Because I mean, it's a very unique thing to this area. I mean, no other schools have anything really like it, where the students just get a half week off in the middle of February all of a sudden.
Yeah. So, first off, we don't normally get as long of a winter break. And it's not like we get more vacation. It just gets cut from winter break and then added into this week.
Yeah, I guess.
But I think, like, this, again, it's our last one. So, like, I was reflecting on it, and, like, I'm really glad that I went to this school because it has so many unique things about it that make it, like, I don't know. I mean, again, I haven't been to, like, other schools, so I don't know. But it feels very distinct, and it feels like it's very own thing. And there's just a lot of very unique things you can do here. It's a lot of fun. Like, we had that awesome powder day at Mount Ripley. We paid $0 for that. Yeah. It's free snowboarding.
Yeah. And it was beautiful conditions.
Like, probably one of the best I've ever had in the Midwest. I mean, that's all I've snowboarded, but, like, it was that good. We had 12 inches of snow that was just fresh that we had to go on. I mean, broomball is super unique, super fun.
Yep.
You know? Well, Northern plays it, but they play it inside.
Yeah.
And they use the pre-made brooms.
They use, like, the official stuff.
Yeah.
That doesn't count.
Which is not as much fun.
Yeah, like I mean, I didn't even make my brooms. The process of making brooms, you know, and all that.
You've made 2 brooms.
Yeah, but I don't use those anymore.
I mean, to be fair, making brooms kind of sucks.
It's
yeah, but like,
in the ass.
But when you make it, you're like, this is mine.
Yeah, that's true. You feel really accomplished.
Right, exactly. And you're like, it sucks making them, but once you're done with it, you're like, this is my broom, and like...
It's the best one because I made it.
And when you score with it, you're like, I fucking did that. You know, like, it was you, you know?
Yeah.
It feels really good.
Yeah.
Dayton, you've been quiet tonight. What are your thoughts on Winter Carnival as a whole?
I think it's something for the visitors and not really the students.
Really?
I think
hot take.
From all of the people that I've talked to about statute, they all hate doing statute.
Oh yeah.
They hate doing all these things that their frats, sororities, student groups make them do. Except all the visitors like it.
Yeah.
And then all the students just get drunk.
Yeah.
All right, let me backpedal a little bit. We don't have to do the statues.
Yeah.
We
choose not to.
Yeah.
We could. Yeah. We definitely could.
All of the other events we skip out on.
Yeah.
I see it as a bunch of days to hang out with friends and get drunk.
It's an extended weekend.
And it's an extended weekend.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Though I do agree, it is definitely an advertisement. And it contributes a lot to the economy up here.
Oh, definitely, it's huge. The hotels fill up a year before.
Restaurants and hotels are just fucking. They go
raking in the money.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and it's great advertising for the university, and I think it's big too for alumni to like come back and be like, I remember when I got drunk here, you know.
Yeah.
I threw up in a snowbank right over there when I was a junior, like, you know. That's what I've heard, especially of people I know in frats. Like, everyone hates it until it's gone, and then it's like, okay.
It's a reminiscing thing.
Yeah, it's a reminiscent.
But I still, I mean, I don't have to do that.
Yeah,
I still enjoy it. I still have fun.
I would feel like though, like if you're in a frat, let's say you're in Phi Tau, right? Who's won like
that's one Hancock, right?
Yeah, they won 7 of the last 9 month-long snow statue competitions.
You see how many hours they put in this year? It was over, I think 2. No, it wasn't 2. It might have been 100.
Dude, their one this year was insane.
Was that the Roman one?
Yeah, it was they had like a bridge and like a river and stuff. It was fucking insane. But
they get incredibly intricate. For anyone that's not from tech that hasn't seen it, look it up because it's amazing what they're students that what they build.
And like I'm sure like Dave's saying it sucks to do it, but I feel like you gotta have some sort of pride when you finish it though. So, I mean that stuff is impressive.
Yeah. I mean I'm sure there is, but I've heard like too there's a cash prize at the end.
How much is it? Do you know?
It's not. It's from what I've heard, it's not enough for the amount of work that gets put into them.
Yeah. Because a lot of the frats require you to go.
Oh yeah, you've got required hours.
It's a weekly thing for 4 weeks.
We should talk about frats in an episode because I think there's a fucking scheme.
Dude, I think frats are so dumb. Change my mind.
Yeah, I mean we're all obviously never been in a frat, never will be, but I mean they're just a lot, man.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah, you pay to be in it.
You're paying for friends.
Yeah.
Okay? That's what it is.
Yeah, do a bunch of
and everyone's like, oh, you get connections. That may be true, but, you know, I got a lot more money, and I have friends the normal way.
Yeah.
And like, we got all these exams for all the years on the Google Drive. It's like, good for you, you know?
We already got those.
I can do that on my own.
Yeah. But I feel like, I don't know, back to Winter Carnival. I feel like Winter Carnival is very different, at least for me, in the dorms than in the house. Because both years, I had an RA that was very, like, interested in doing the events. And so, like, I got that good experience of, like, participating in some of these weird things that I never would have. You know, like curling or... I guess we never really did snow volleyball, but, like, that was something... We had the option to. That sounds horrible. But, like, you know, there's all these... things that like we could have done and we had that opportunity to, and I'm not disappointed that I didn't do them, but like it's a lot harder to do it now that we're out of the dorms because then we have to talk all of us and other people into really doing it, and that's a lot harder than
we barely were able to play volleyball this year. The very beginning of this year, we had a volleyball tournament. I barely was able to convince you guys to go do it. That was fun though.
But yeah,
it's a rough tournament.
We did better than we thought we would though.
Yeah, we did. It's too short for that shit.
Yeah, that's a good point. Just like when you're living off campus, you're so out of the loop on campus events.
There's way more campus events going on than you ever really hear about.
Yeah, and we would never want to go to them anyway because it means all gonna be freshmen and sophomores. So it's like,
and we have to like go there. Like when you're on campus, walk. Like I remember going to like the film board movies like maybe like once a month at least.
Yeah, it's like a 5-minute walk. Not even. That's like it's like 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2-minute walk. Pay what? $2?
$3.
Yeah. $3 to see a movie.
You get $1 popcorn, $1 pop for $5. You're living large, all right?
Yeah, like that's not bad at all. And like, they're not. I don't think any of the movies were in theaters, so they've been out of theaters.
It was like a month after.
Yeah, so
they get them earlier than like DVD.
Yeah, so like, I remember seeing Hateful Eight in theaters.
Oh, I saw that there too. Yeah.
Or not in theaters, but there. And a couple other movies, and like they did the entire Lord of the Rings extended edition trilogy, and I remember seeing all 3 of those like in there, and that was really cool. But yeah, like
I mean, even though it's a good deal to go, like we're not gonna drive to campus for that. Like it's just too much of a hassle.
Yeah, I mean, even intramurals, we still do, like, we have the hockey one, but soccer and stuff. Like, soccer we used to walk up, now I have to drive.
Broom ball,
like, before, like, our dorm was like 500 feet from the actual courts.
If that.
That's exaggerating for, like, the far rink. Like, it was so close. Like, you could literally, like, get your shit on 2 minutes before and then just go.
Yeah. Walk out, check in, start playing.
Now we have to, like...
drive.
And we all have to go together, so it's like getting everybody to be on time.
I mean, at least we're all in the same house. I mean,
true.
There's a big group of us in the same house. That
at least half the team, or about half the team.
Carpool there.
Yeah, one car. So.
We could play a game with just who people are in our house. We have man down, but like
we'd have the goalie and
we could still do it.
Yeah, but I definitely don't miss living on campus. There's just so much less freedom there.
I think that it was worth it for the memories, just because it's such a unique experience.
Well, I think
like you're saying, there's a lot of different opportunities that you got to.
I think it's necessary for sure, but
after a while, and plus it's a really good way. I mean, I didn't struggle with it, but like easing into like life where like you have control over it.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have any problems, but like cooking is like taken care of. Yeah. You got like housing's taken care of like immediately.
Yep.
And if you need any resources, you have someone to talk to.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely very convenient for someone who's never experienced that.
That being said, the second year we were like already tilted about it.
Yeah, we're all like, all right.
They kept trying to get us to go into these events, and we just stuck to ourselves.
Yeah.
Like, so they had the halls, right, and half of us were from the first year. And we just like
we were all good friends.
We'd even like go to the meetings. They were like for spring break and
They'd
shit.
be right outside the door.
And we just shut our door because like we already knew what to do. Yeah. We didn't want to talk to anybody else because we're like, I don't need more friends.
Like, yeah, what are you gonna tell me stuff I already know?
Yeah.
Like why?
I'm kind of happy that I skipped because I was only done for 1.5 years.
Right.
That's true. And then I went to New Zealand and I came back and went to this house, so that was really nice. So in New Zealand, I was in a flat with 4 other guys. We had each other own rooms. So that was a good transition to back to this house. Had to learn how to like
cook and buy shit.
Cook and like store food in the fridge correctly, i.e. Gabe. Gabe, Gabe will like eat dinner, right? On like a plate. As you do. Maybe it's some pasta. And he's like, I'm full, but there's still some pasta left. I'm gonna put it on the plate. I'm gonna wrap the plate in saran wrap and put that in the fridge. That seems like a good idea.
Hey, it works for like a couple days.
Yeah, and then he goes out of town for a weekend and it smells bad.
Yeah, well, I don't always plan on going out of town.
Well, you're going out of town this weekend, so make sure your shit's in order in the fridge.
I'm gonna like put your shit in saran wrap before I leave.
We all know it's too much work for the joke.
Oh, you'd be surprised now.
He's done a lot more for a lot less.
I'm ready for it, Gabe. Myself in the.
But I'll do it to like your apples.
They're already in plastic bags.
I will saran wrap the plastic bag.
All right, we can finish out here. I think we're all pretty tired, so we'll end it out. Thanks for listening, guys. Don't forget you can find us on Spotify, iTunes, and SoundCloud. Just search Engineers Without Filters or EWF Podcast. We're also on Instagram and Twitter if you want some funny pictures of Joseph. We had a good one go up today. So, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
See you.
See ya.